Welcome back to the Awesome Possum Classroom. This is Go Math Grade 4, Unit 1, Place Value Addition and Subtraction to 1 million. This is Lesson 1.1, Model Place Value Relationships. Let's look at the first page, boys and girls. It says Model Place Value Relationship. The essential question is, how can you describe the value of a digit? Unlock the problem. Activity. Build numbers through 10,000. Your materials you'll need are your base 10 blocks. So if you have your base 10 blocks with you at home, go ahead and get them out because you will definitely need them. Okay, we start with 1, a cube. A cube is worth 1. Next, 10 is represented by a long. A long is 10 ones, so it would take 10 of these cubes to equal this long. Next is 100, which equals a flat. 10 tens equal a flat, so it's going to take 10 of these longs to equal this flat, or we could put together 100 cubes to equal the flat. The next is 1,000, and it's represented using a cube. It is 10 hundreds to equal 1,000. So it's going to take 10 of these flats to equal this cube, 1,000. All right. And then next is 10,000. And it's asking you, what would represent 10,000? And I have there a long, and it's a long, and I'm going to show you why. This goes in a pattern: cube, long, flat. Cube, long, flat. So if we have cube, long, flat, we have a cube here. 10,000 is going to be represented by a long, and that's going to be 10 thousands. So if we go cube, long, flat, cube, long, what would 100,000 be represented by? It would be a flat. And 1,000,000 would be represented by a cube. All right, it says a small cube represents 1. 10 small cubes make a long. The long represents 10. 10 longs make a flat. The flat represents 100. 10 flats make a large cube. The large cube represents 1,000. Make sure you fill in your worksheet, boys and girls. Now, it says, describe the pattern in the shapes of the model. What will be the shape of the model for 10,000? And we said 10,000 would be a long. Now, what did I say 100,000 would be? It would be a flat. What would be 1,000,000? It would be a cube again. All right. Describe the pattern you see in the sizes of the models. How will the size of the model for 100,000 compare to the size of the model for 10,000? Well, each model is 10 times larger. Look at this. We have our ones. Let's start with our ones. Our long is 10 times larger than our cubes. If we go to our flat, which is 10 tens, that's 10 times larger than our long. If we go to our cube is 10 times larger than our flat. And if we go back to 10,000, the 10,000ths is 10 times larger than the cube. All right, boys and girls, I want us to look at this place value chart before we go to the next page. A place value chart is an excellent resource to help you place numbers so that you know the value of the number. Now, for some of you, this is going to be very easy, but for others, you'll probably need this place value chart. So this is what I'm going to do. if I have this number here, 645,972, and I'm asked to place it in this chart, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to count how many numbers there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to come to my place value chart and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to know that that 6 is going to go right there. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to write a 6. 645,972. Okay? I know that some of you are going to be able to do it very easy, but for those of you who need a little help with reading numbers and knowing where to place them in the place value chart, this is just a very easy way to do it. Let's look at the next one. 14,689. Let's count how many numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put my first number there. So it would be 14,689. Okay? Let's do a couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm going into the millions. So this would be 1,000,000, 0 hundred thousands, 9 ten thousands, 8 thousands, 734. So I would read that number 1,098,734. Last one. Let's count how many numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my first number is going to go here. 2 and a 2 and a 2. So that's going to be 222,951. Okay, I hope that helps some of you. I hope it will help you with the next page. All right, let's turn to this page, page 6 in your workbook. It says the value of a digit depends on its place value position in the number. A place value chart can help you understand the value of each digit in a number. The value of each place is 10 times the value of the place to the right. It says, right, let me get this highlighted here. Write 894,613 in the chart and find the value of the 9. Well, I'm going to do it the way I just did it. I see there's 6 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to put the 8 in the 100,000 box. I'm going to put the 9 in the thousands box. I'm going to put the 9 in the 10,000s box. I'm going to put the 4 in the 1,000s box. I'm going to put the 6 in the hundreds, the 1 in the 1 in the 10, and the 3 ones. So if I look at this, I have 800,000, and I write it as 800,000. I have 9 10,000s, so that's 90,000. I have 4 thousands, that's 4,000. I have 6 hundreds, that's 600. I have 1 10, 10, and I have 3 ones, 3. It says the value of the 9 is 9 10,000s or 90,000. Do you see that? All right, pause the video and make sure you get your chart filled in. Now it says compare the values of the underlying digits 2,304 or 16,135. We're going to be comparing the value of the 3 and 2,304. So if I put that in the chart, I see that the 2 goes in the 1000s, the 3 goes in the hundreds, the 0 goes in the tens, and the 4 goes in the ones. So the value of the 3 is 300. Okay? And you can see over here how they did it with the flats. So 300, 100, 200, 300. Now let's go to the next one. It says find the value of the 3 in 16,135. So I'm going to put 1 10,000, 6 thousands, 100, 3 tens, and 5 ones. So the value of the 3 is 30. Says each hundred is 10 times as many as 10, so 300s is 10 times as many as 3 tens. So the value of the 3 in 2,304 is 10 times the value of 3 in 16,135. All right, pause this video and get your worksheet filled in. Boys and girls, these worksheets are going to be very important for you to go back to and use when you take your midterm quiz and your end of unit quiz. So I want to make sure that everything we do together, you're filling in so that you have this as a tool and a resource. Boys and girls, this page, page 7, chapter 1, lesson 1, this is what we have just learned, and this is a review. And I have a red heart next to it because it's very important. I need for you to star this, heart this, whatever you need to do. Let's fill in this chart together because you could use this for your midterm assessment for chapter 1 or your end of lesson and of chapter 1 exam. Okay, so let's look at this. It says complete the chart. We have the number, the model, the shape, and the group for 1,000,000, 100,000, 10,000, 1,000, 100, 10, and 1. Let's start with the ones. Have your pencil ready and make sure you fill everything in. The number is a 1. The model is a cube. The group is a 1. The number is a 10. The model and shape is a long, and it is 10 ones. The number is 100. The model and shape is a flat. The group is 10 tens. The number is 1,000. 1,000 is represented by a cube, and it's 10 hundreds. Okay, now we have 10,000. Remember the pattern. Cube, long, flat. Cube. What is the model for 100,000? 10,000. What is the model for 10,000? It's a long, and its group is 10,000. I put TH instead of 1,000, but 10,000. So if we have a long for 10,000, the model for 100,000 in the pattern is a flat. The shape is a flat. Its group is 10 10,000s. Now we have the number 1,000,000. The pattern goes cube, long, flat. Okay, so if we have a cube along a flat, the shape for a million is a cube, and it is 10 hundred thousands. All right, this is very important. Keep this. You're going to need that. All right, it says find the place value of the underlying digit. 703,890. What is the value of the 7? 700,000. Let's look at 63,540. The underlying number is the 4, and the value of that digit is 40. We have 182,034. 182,034. What is the value of the 8? 80,000. 345,890. What is the value for the 5? 5,000. Boys and girls, if you had problem with those, what I need you to do is go back to the slide before with the place value chart. Practice writing numbers and reading the numbers in the place value chart. All right, number 6. 2,200. The value of the 2 in 2,000 is 10 times the value of the 2 in 200. Remember, this number here is 10 times the value of that. This number is 10 times the value of that. This number is 10 times the value of that. All right, 40 and 400. The value of the 4 in 400 is 10 times the value of the 4 in 40. All right, I want you to do on your own. If you're in my class, take a snapshot of it, send it to me, I'll check it. If you got any of them wrong, I will be in touch with you to help you out with it. All right, number 12. Greg has collected 4,385 pennies and Hannah has collected 3,899 pennies. How many times as great as the value of 3 in 4,385 is the value of the 3 in 3,899? Well, it's 10 times. Remember, the 3 in 4,300 and the 3 in 3,000. And you can look here, 100,000. So this would be 10 times larger than this number. All right. Sean wants to model the number 13,450 using base 10 blocks. How many large blocks, flats, and longs does he need to model the number? Well, get your base 10 blocks out if you have them. Show me 13 large cubes. Show me 4 flats. Show me 5 longs. And if you show me that, I bet you're going to come up with that number, 13,450. Boys and girls, this is the last page that we will do together before you have 2 pages to do on your own. Remember, when you're doing the 2 pages on your own, when you're finished, you'll take a snapshot of it, send it to me. I will correct it. Anything that is wrong, I will contact you and we will correct it together to make sure that you understand the concept. All right, so we're going to use this table right here to answer question 14. It says, what is the value of the digit 7 in the population of Memphis? What is the value of the digit 1 in the population of Denver? How many times as great as the value of the 1 in the population of Cleveland is the value? Okay, so this is a tough one. It says, first, what is the value of the digit of 7 in the population of Memphis? Let me look at Memphis. 676,640. What is the value of the 7? 70,000. It says, what is the value of the digit 1 in the population of Denver? Let's look at Denver. Let's look at the 1. What is that? 10,000. All right. It says the next part, it says, how many times as great as the value of 1 in the population of Cleveland is the value? How many times as great as the value of the digit 1 in the population of Cleveland is the value? Well, let's look at Cleveland. 1. It is 10 times as great. Okay? Let's look at 15. How many models of 100 do you need to model 3,200? Explain. Well, you need 32. And one example would be you need 3,000s, or 3,000s are the same as 3 hundreds. 30 hundreds plus 2 hundreds equal 3,200. Okay, so let me read that to you again. The number would, 3,000, you would have 32 possible answers. One possible answer would be 3,000s are the same as 30 hundreds. 30 hundreds plus 2 hundreds equal 3,200 hundreds. Now, another way that you could do that, model it, is with just cubes. How many cubes would you need? You would need 3,200 cubes. How many longs would you need? How many flats would you need? Figure that out. When you have the answer to those, shoot me a message, okay? All right, Sid wrote 541,309 on his paper. Using numbers and words, explain how the number would change if he exchanged the digits in the hundreds, thousand, and the tens place. So he has 541,309. He wants to take this 0 here and exchange it with the exchange it with the 100,000s and the tens. So he wants to change this number and this number. So we're going to put this number here and this number here. Do you see what we did? He took this 0 in the tens and put it in the 100,000. He put the 100,000 0 and put it in the 10. So now the number goes to 0, 41,359. So the number would be 041,359, but since the zeros are not recorded, the number would be 42,359. Okay, that's why it's so important to make sure your numbers are in the right spot. All right, from the numbers 17A through 17C, select true or false. The value of the 7 in 375,081 is 7,000. Is that true or is that false? It's false. The 7 in 375,000 is 70,000. The value of the 6 in 269,480 is 600,000. That's false. It's 60,000. The value of the 5 in 427,593 is 500. That is true. The value of 1 in 375,081 is 10. That's false. The value of 4 in 943,268 is 40,000. That is true.